Hey everybody, I'm Brother Perry. I just got called as a teacher's quorum advisor, and because we aren't going to be meeting a lot in person, I decided that I would put together a PowerPoint presentation explaining who I am and introducing myself so that we can all get to know each other. Let's jump right into it as soon as I can figure out how to do the screen share. There we go. So, I'm Jim Perry. I have been married to my wife, Jenny, for 3.5 years, and we have a 7-month-old baby named Atlas. We've been living in Leander for about a year now, and before that, we were living in North Austin. I grew up in Round Rock and actually graduated from Round Rock High School in 2003. I went to BYU for my undergrad, and I was an art major. And then I got my Master's of Business Administration from Texas State University last year. And I've been working at Stanley Security for the last year and a half, selling security business to business. Also have a few years of coaching gymnastics under my belt, and I was on Round Rock High School's gymnastics team. I've got a few different hobbies. Going from left to right here, I lift, and this is my deadlift. I like powerlifting. That's my personal record of 405 pounds. And any of you who were at the Ward Talent Show last year saw me perform Sear Wheel. And I've been doing that for about 5 years. If you want to see my Instagram account dedicated to Sear Wheel, it is at Aerial Gym. I started doing skateboarding this year. I have a tradition of doing extreme birthdays. Like one year I went skydiving, another is bungee jumping, one year it was swimming with sharks. And this year I decided I wanted to drop into a half pipe, and I didn't actually get good enough to drop into vertical half pipes, and so I'll have to table that for next year. I've been doing a bunch of gardening over the lockdown. So here is Atlas in our vegetable garden. We've been lucky enough to eat a bunch of squash and zucchini and grow a whole bunch of sunflowers over the summer. I don't have fur babies, I have scale babies. This here is Buddy, the Burmese ball python, and then we've got a fish tank, 100-gallon fish tank with about 20 fish in it. But what kind of media do I consume? I play a whole bunch of role-playing games. So Final Fantasy, I've played about 12 different entries in the Final Fantasy line. I've played a few different Elder Scrolls games. I can't get into MMOs. I hate first-person shooters because I'm really, really bad at them, and then always get shot in the back of the head every time I try them. And I play Pokemon Go every day. Music, I like a whole bunch of rock. I've been to Foo Fighters in concert, Muse in concert. I've gotten into some just obscure metal bands recently. So like a progressive metal band from Australia, a gent band. I like some of the harder stuff too. So we've got TV shows. I find myself watching way too many animated things. Young Justice is probably my favorite animated series of all time, and I just finished watching season 3 last month, and I'm currently rewatching The Last Airbender with Jenny, and then I find myself watching a whole bunch of nature documentaries on Sundays or when I feel like relaxing more. I've read about 24 different Brandon Sanderson books, and if you haven't heard of him, he's a member of our church and writes a bunch of epic fantasy type things. And I do read some self-improvement books and like sales books just so that I can be good at what I do for a living, and I make more money when I'm good at what I do. I was an art major back in the day, and I still do some artwork This is the mural on my son's wall. It was based off of swimming with sharks at the Georgia Aquarium when Jenny and I were pregnant with him. And if you ever go to my house, you can see the wall that this is on. This is an illustration that I did for a card game. That's all done in digitally. And this is my sketchbook. You'll see me at church sometimes with my sketchbook, and it doubles as a journal, and I'll just do little drawings during sacrament meeting. I look forward to getting to know all of you guys, and hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.